Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to break down something literally all of us have experienced, but, well, we probably never actually stopped to think about it. We're looking at that fleeting split-second digital handshake that acts as the gateway to OpenAI.com. There's no outside filler today, folks. We're just diving straight into the exact chronological sequence of the raw source text standing between you and the platform. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. It all kicks off with a really polite, super familiar phrase right from our source. Just a moment. Now, in an era where we expect everything to load instantly, this intentional little pause, it's not just your Wi-Fi acting up or some random network lag. No way. It's actually an active security checkpoint. It completely sets the stage for these absolutely crucial background checks that are happening in those few milliseconds before you're finally granted access. It's kind of like a digital bouncer checking your ID.
And then, boom, we hit our first major milestone, verification successful. We've just cleared the primary digital hurdle. So what does this actually mean for us? Well, it means the system has recognized our request, it actively validated that, hey, we aren't some malicious bot trying to break in, and it officially stamped our connection as totally safe to proceed. This isn't just some passive, boring loading screen. It's literally an active security gate, and we just confidently walked right through it. But, clearing security is really only step one. Let's move 2 and see how this builds, because step 2 immediately follows, waiting for OpenAI.com to respond. This right here, it maps out the real-time handover. We made it past that external security gate, and now we're basically just hanging out in the queue, waiting for the actual destination server to acknowledge us. It's giving us a live play-by-play, showing us exactly where we are in that entire connection sequence. But hold on, a server response actually isn't quite enough. And this brilliantly illustrates what the gateway demands from your end to actually cross the finish line. There are specific technical parameters you've got to meet. First up, you absolutely must enable JavaScript. Why? Because this is what allows your browser to actively run those invisible background security challenges we just aced. Second, you got to enable cookies. These act as your sort of digital entry stamp once you clear security. Here's the kicker. Without these 2 specific elements active on your browser, that door stays firmly shut. It doesn't even matter how successful that initial verification was. The whole shebang just grinds to a halt.
Which, of course, brings us to the ultimate question derived straight from our source material's final instructions. Will you enable JavaScript and cookies to continue? Think about it. You pass the verification, the server handoff is totally complete, but the final key to the kingdom, it rests entirely in your local privacy settings. So the next time you see this screen pop up, ask yourself, just how much of your local digital footprint are you willing to open up just to cross that threshold? It's definitely something to chew on. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.